Welcome back to Talk Miley to Me. I am Molly.
I am Becky.
And it's a great day to be alive.
We're here. We're about to talk beautiful to you.
Something beautiful.
Something.
Well, it's the luck of the Irish, one
Truly.
might say, because we were given a St. Patrick's Day present today.
Yes.
Because Miss Miley Cyrus. So the streets, geez, yeah, we got to start with this, don't we? We got to briefly talk about this.
Let's get right in. I don't even care how you've been. This is, neither do they.
Yeah, they don't. Well, maybe we can get into that in a minute, but I first want to say, but yes, this episode we are talking all about Miley's new era, as we have been, but we got more. We got more because she's been posting posters all over New York City, LA, with a new picture for her upcoming era.
Yeah.
/ maybe a cover, the album cover. Who knows?
Who knows?
How do I explain how this visually looks? Which, you know, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably already know what we're talking about.
Yes.
But for those that don't, it just looks like it's her obviously on the front. It's black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It's her. You can't see her face.
No. It looks like hair is like blown around, but also like maybe wet.
Yeah. So I did see somebody posted like the outfit from the runway that she's wearing in this photo shoot, and it's like the headpiece has these little things sticking out of it.
Oh.
So it's not her hair. It's like this, which if you're watching the YouTube or Spotify, I'll plug it into this podcast episode, but it's like some kind of headpiece. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's fashion.
Fashion, yes. Like we've been getting.
The ones that get it. It is.
It's archival museum quality.
Yeah, girl.
Probably. But yeah, so it's crazy because last night the streets were like, oh, we're going to get some kind of Miley Cyrus announcement today.
Yes.
March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And this is just one of those things that like, I don't believe anyone.
I don't
anymore.
Because we just get it so much. But this one person that said, they're like, hey, I have a reliable source, and this is also the person that predicted the song she would sing for SNL. Or not predicted, but leaked, probably, right? Is the right word here.
Yeah.
And they said that we're getting an announcement tomorrow. And I really did genuinely feel in my bones that that was going to be the truth.
Yeah.
But I was still shocked this morning. So I am driving into work. Never mind. No, I wasn't. I was on Twitter on my way to work.
She was in traffic. Let's be honest. You're in Chicago. You're sitting in traffic. It's fine.
And it's like, trust me, I had the brakes fully on. Okay. Anyway, so I see a picture of this poster, and I'm like, no. Because, okay, so let me back it up. I woke up this morning, and I'm like, oh, today's supposed to be the day. Today, that's what the streets are saying. Today's supposed to be the day. And I was like, kept looking at my phone, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like every time we get an announcement from Miss Miley Cyrus, or probably most pop stars, it's 10 a.m., right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. I think
that's around usually the time that they'll release it, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in...
Which is the time we release our episodes every Thursday. Coincidence?
So I'm right. It is all the pop stars.
It is all the pop stars, including us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm like, it's probably 10 a.m. So anyway, it's right before 10 o'clock when I'm seeing these posters on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't know. That looks kind of crazy. And also, we were pranked before when people were bringing up that Something Beautiful campaign for like whatever clothing or whatever.
I was pranked. That had me. Yeah, I was.
So I didn't want to fall for something like that again. But then it did say MileyCyrus.com on the bottom, and I'm like, I'm gonna do my research. So I open up her website. At this point, it's probably like 5 after 10. And it's still the old website. Nothing has changed. And I'm like, God damn it, you people.
I was tricked.
But like Twitter would not stop. And I'm like, wait, this is going really fast if it's actually a rumor. Yeah. And then Molly texted it to me, and I went online and I refreshed the page, and boom, the website is changed. Her cover photo is changed. It says Something Beautiful as her cover photo.
Yes, and it is something beautiful. It's black and white.
Simple.
So it's simple, but I don't know. Something tells me that I don't know why, but I don't know if this is the album cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is. Do you think it is? Okay, let's just lay it out. Are we predicting that this is the actual album cover, or is this just like promo photo? What do you think?
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no. That's where I'm saying. I mean, we could be wrong. We could be proved wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but I don't know. It just doesn't give album cover to me.
Agreed.
But it's also hard to say right now.
Agreed. But I don't know what to expect from her right now at all.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, literally when I was writing out the show notes for this episode that we are recording right now on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, the day that she did this, I was originally like, we're going to talk about Cyrus's new album soon. Maybe we talk a little bit about the new gaga stuff that we have.
Uh-huh.
I had some just random, things that I wanted to touch base on. And then this happens. And I'm like, oh, well,
Right.
we do have an episode now. Before we continue about what we got today, this new era, I first want to point out that the day this episode is dropping starts our Miley Madness on our Instagram. Yes. And so I wanted to just say, guys, if you do not follow our Instagram, go there now. We are going to be posting brackets. The brackets should already be up as you're listening to this, but there will be brackets on our Instagram page. And then if you go to our story, every day you will be able to vote between different Miley Cyrus songs. And so how I built out this bracket, what we did last year is we had ChatGPT build it out.
Yeah. It was kind of dumb.
It was kind of dumb, huh?
Yeah.
But also it was our first time doing this. So
and it was last minute.
It was very last minute. I should also say if people aren't in the US, maybe you don't know what March Madness is. But March Madness in the United States is like a basketball tournament for college Division I basketball, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? So it's a sports thing, and I don't know how we got the idea last year, but
so part of the fun of March Madness is that it's like this huge big bracket, and people will like make their own brackets based on who they think is going to win. And it's like a challenge every year. Like, can you get a perfect bracket? And it's like the most impossible thing in the world to predict every single win because there are so many upsets and crazy things that happen. It actually is very exciting sports to watch.
Yeah.
And it's called Madness because in like this week when it starts today while that it's dropping, there's like 32 games being played like today.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that. And it just like they get eliminated so quickly. But like everyone, there's like a bunch of social media pages that make brackets like this along with March Madness, which is why I was like, well, we have to. We should
Miley Madness.
And Miley Madness just rolls off the tongue, so obviously.
It really does. It really does. So last year was our first year doing it, and it was like a good trial year, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this year because how I build out the bracket is I asked our Instagram followers. This is just another reason why you should be following us on Instagram if you're not. I asked our Instagram followers their favorite all-time Miley Cyrus song. And what I did with this is I had a lot of responses, by the way, more than I thought.
Oh, good.
Yes. It took me a minute to get through all these and then to count how many people said Angels Like You or how many people said whatever. And that's how I built it out, is I started with the ones. So there's 4 regions. And you'll see if you go to our Instagram page, I figured we could talk more in depth about the brackets on our Patreon this week.
Okay. We can make predictions, our predictions.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. So we're going to talk more about the brackets specifically like in full on our Patreon if you want to support us there and get bonus weekly content. And chat with us over there, you can click the link in our show notes. It's $5 a month. And I should also note that if you want to sign up, try to sign up through either a web browser or try to sign up through like Safari on your phone. If you sign up on an iPhone through the app, it charges you extra money, unnecessary fees. Patreon will bill you like $3 extra. It's so weird. Yeah. So to save some money, and it'll only be the first time, but to save some money, try to first time purchase either in a web browser or like Safari or something. If you're on an
Interesting.
iPhone. Yeah, very weird.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, I saw other podcasts and content creators
Oh,
like sharing about it, and I was like, and I looked into our settings, and it was like iOS, it's like $8 a month, or not $8 a month, but $8 for the first time instead of $5. And I'm like, that's stupid because we're only charging 5. Like, where's the extra money that, Apple is charging going? So anyway, that was
weird.
kind of a mouthful, but you can go support us over there and get bonus weekly videos. We have a lot of fun over there, and we kind of just do whatever. Like,
It's true.
there's no limits. It kind of usually goes with the main episode that week, but who knows?
Yeah.
We'll talk more about the bracket over there, but it's like 4 regions, all these songs, and it was truly like curated by everyone's feedback on their
That's
favorite Miley
awesome.
songs. Housekeeping is out of the way. And I'm just assuming that you've been fine, right? Like, you just had a chill weekend, right?
Yeah, so chill. It was St. Patrick's Day in Chicago, and if you know anything about that, Chicago goes hard for St. Patrick's Day, and the rivers dyed green, and we went on a boat, and it was fun. It was a good time. We missed you.
The song River by Miley Cyrus was actually written about the Green River in
Yes.
Chicago.
Yes. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm wearing my shirt that says Grandma's have hearts of gold, and I'm drinking
is
a green
cute.
beer. And I just ate corned beef
Wow.
and cabbage. So cheers to the Irish.
You're so festive. I have done nothing festive for St. Patrick's Day this year.
You wore
I
a
did wear
St. Patrick's shirt today.
an Irish shirt while I worked from home and didn't go
Yeah.
out into public.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also drinking a Baja Blast, which is blue, but if you're a little colorblind, it might look green.
Whoa. There you go.
But I'm so sad I couldn't be with y'all. It felt like, guys, all my friends were hanging out without me because they were.
Because she
But
wouldn't come.
because I have an
Because she has a
elderly
baby.
dog.
Yeah.
I will say what helped me not be as much FOMO is like I had no anxiety Sunday, which I thought
Yeah.
about it on Sunday. I was like, wow, I would be like down bad. I would be having anxiety about like money spent. I would be just overall anxious from all the liquor drank. So that helped me a little bit,
Yeah.
but I still had FOMO. I love a good time, y'all. So
It's
yeah,
true. It's true.
I'll have to eventually come visit though soon. Like I do
I
want
know.
to see y'all's
We're
new place.
due one way or the other. Molly and I feels like I
Yes.
haven't seen you in a while in person.
I know. Yeah.
Was it Halloween? That's crazy.
and that was a
That's a long
surprise.
time
And
for us. Yeah.
it
was
is a long
very
time,
quick.
and it was a very quick trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were Hannah Montana, I was Sabrina Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
We were pop stars, and then we went back to our normal, boring lives the next day.
It's true. But what's nice is that because the best of both worlds, we were able to continue on with our mundane lives. Yeah.
This is true. Yeah, we didn't have to worry about like fans or like paparazzi or
I
anything.
know, because it was a little exhausting on Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of was. Didn't you twist your ankle?
Yes, it just now recovered, by the way.
That's a canon event.
No, it is. Yeah, I twisted my ankle and I lost my wallet, and
Oh my
I'm
God, but you found
27
your
years
wallet.
old, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So, like, really, I'm doing great.
You know,
But
side
Hannah
note,
just had a wild ride. Sorry.
Hannah's wild ride. That's true. You were living. I honestly didn't think like at the time you were that down bad. Like I just felt like you were having a great time. I was just like, get it, girl.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That is great news.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
good. Yeah. Nobody was like concerned, you know?
That's
like nobody
awesome.
was like, oh my God, she's too much.
Get her
Like,
to stop. Yeah. Okay, well, that's
yeah,
amazing.
nobody.
She's
that's
just
no-
now settled my anxiety from Halloween. Thanks. You guys heard it live.
Did you do anything crazy this weekend? Anything? What's the craziest thing that happened this weekend?
No,
Besides
honestly,
me not being there.
we honestly genuinely did behave. So we went on a boat cruise, and we lucked out because here in Chicago we had it was like a 65-degree day in March, which is absolutely unheard
Never
of. Like,
happens.
2 years ago, I was wearing like a trench coat, winter coat down to my ankles because it was so freezing walking around the city. And so it's just like the fact that we bought this boat cruise and it also happened to be beautiful weather, that was just like truly the luck of the Irish.
Truly.
But it was only like a 6 out of 10 because we were on the very top deck, which again, blessed to be able to have done
Mhm.
that here. but it was so windy. Not that that was
Yeah, the
making it
windy.
bad, but they didn't play any music. There was like DJs on like
Hell
the
no.
inside. There was like 2 more decks on the inside they played music on. But up on top where we wanted to be for the fresh air and just enjoying the weather, like they didn't play any music. So it just kind of like went around and it was like 2.5 hours. It was so windy and so wavy that I was like pretty seasick, and I just held on to. I drank half of a high noon the entire 2.5 hour cruise. I couldn't do it. I was like sick.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even recover from that. Like then we got off the boat, we got an Uber, we came all the way home, which this started at like 9 a.m. by the way. So by the time we got home, it was like noon, and then we like hung out around here. I wasn't even able to start drinking until like 3:30 or 4 because I was like still sick.
Dang, that
so
sucks.
we didn't really get that crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone else had been drinking, but like pretty paced. Like we behaved.
Oh, good.
Sang karaoke again. That was great.
Yes.
Guys,
yeah, we
I
need
sang
to go.
Lady Gaga. I sang Bad Romance. And
I saw that.
as soon as I got the microphone, I said, "Little monsters, put your paws up." And the crowd went wild. It was an electric feeling.
Did they put their paws up?
They did.
Hell yeah.
They did.
I love
it was
that.
amazing. Yeah. I really had the crowd going on that one, which is all you can hope for on karaoke.
That is so true. It really is about the stage presence, not the talent.
And I did some crowd work. This place has no stage, so you are literally just among the crowd. And so I was like filtering through all of them. It was great.
Hey everyone.
Yeah.
My name's Becky.
Yeah. Tossing the microphone out like I'm a pop star, like Miley Cyrus when she doesn't want to sing.
Yeah.
Always. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I watched Severance for the first time this weekend. And
I've heard
that's a really good
nothing but
show.
good things.
I love it. It's pretty good. It's very Black Mirror kind of vibes. It's kind of spooky, kind of confusing, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
I love like a Black Mirror kind of thing. So we watched a lot of that and really just had a pretty chill weekend, which love and I hate. As a Leo, I'm a social butterfly. Like this weekend I'm going out with our friend Evan on Saturday, and I'm like really excited.
Yeah.
because I'm like someone that needs like social.
Yeah.
I need like social interaction. Like I need to do things, and I just haven't really done too much recently. I'm being really dramatic. It's only been like 2 weeks. So
no, because that's who you are. It is a long time.
But I'm someone, I do like to do things and go out, and I honestly just really want to dance to Lady Gaga's new album, Mayhem.
No, seriously. I don't think that I remember hearing any of those songs, but that's like seriously something that needs to happen. You're loving that album, huh?
Oh my god. Literally, guys. I
Why
know
don't
this
you
is Miley
share
Cyrus.
the tea?
Oh my god, okay. Yes. So guys, I'm kind of like a new little monster. Like I've always loved Lady Gaga, don't get me wrong. Mostly early Gaga. Like around Joanne, she kind of lost me a little bit. Like don't get me wrong, she's always talented in everything she does, but it's just not really my jam.
Yeah.
I really loved like the Fame era, like the early Poker Face, Just Dance, like those are like my vibe. And I feel like we did a full circle and we're back to that.
Yes.
Which I'm living for. I was not expecting to like this album as much as I have. And so I've been on TikTok just being a little mayhem slut all over TikTok. And like just because I've just been posting a lot of like mayhem content because truly I would say that album is like every single song I will listen to except for Blade of Grass and The Beast, which they're fine, but I usually just like the album ends with me at Shadow of a Man.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But I've been playing all the music, posting all the music, and Lady Gaga has now reposted me 4 times. Mind you, she's been reposting everyone that uses her sound. So I was like, I do still feel blessed, but I was like,
well, yes.
Whatever. Like after the second one, I'm like, okay, like she's just, she's really doing her marketing and reposting everyone that uses her sound and tags her, which as she should. That's a very genius thing to do. She commented on one of my TikToks.
Looking out for you.
And she was defending me because, of course, there was some rat in my comments. I did a mayhem ranking video, which we always know. Like, if you do a ranking video, just expect people to come at you.
Of course.
Which I live for. Like, that boosts engagement. Like, that's kind of the point of a ranking video. You're trying to get it's kind of like rage baity. Like, this is my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
definitely not everyone's opinion. You know, somebody commented, like, they weren't really that mean, I guess, but they were like, this is criminal. This ranking is criminal.
Yeah.
And somebody else commented, literally, she replied to a comment on my video, like from someone else, and was like, what did she say? She was like,
She said, I love how you all have your own vibe.
yeah, with black
Right?
hearts. I love that everyone has their own vibe. And I was like, girl, what are you doing here? I didn't
No, it was
notice for a
deep
long
in the
time.
comments.
It was deep in the comments. Like, I didn't notice for a long time until I was just like scrolling in, and I was like, oh wait, that is the Gaga herself.
That's
The
crazy.
Gaga.
Yeah, and you were sending it to us, and you're like, I know it's just her social media team. And Rachel was like, no, she said herself in an interview that it's
Yeah, you
her on
think?
there doing that. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be cool.
That's
It just seems like she's reposting so much that I'm like, she must be always on TikTok then.
Has to be. I mean, you were right. It's definitely part of her marketing. And so it's just, that's her clocking into work, right? Must be
Yeah,
nice.
I guess so. I mean, it is really easy to just scroll through TikTok or scroll through sounds and just hit the repost.
Yeah, she
you
might
know?
be doing it on the turlet.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I have been surprisingly really living for Mayhem.
No,
and
I love it.
I've seen a lot of people comparing it to Plastic Hearts. Have you seen that
I
discourse?
have. What do you think about that?
It's been sitting with me because I saw someone comparing Plastic Hearts to it before I even listened to it. And I was like, oh God, I hate when Stan Twitter does this. So I listen to it, right? And I see what people mean because it has like some of those rock 80s pop elements that
Sure.
Plastic Hearts has. But it's very much two different vibes. Mayhem to me is a lot more funky.
It's
I would say.
groovy.
It's groovy and funky, whereas
Yeah.
Plastic Hearts truly feels like a classic rock, kind of like heartbreak
Yeah.
album. It's more classic rock, whereas Mayhem is more like funky 80s pop. I'm thinking like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, people are comparing it to like, yeah, that and Prince and
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas Plastic Hearts to me is more like that classic rock. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like her collaborators, like Joan Jett vibes, Billy Idol vibes, you know. So I get like on the surface why people do that, but I also don't like when people do that because it's just pinning two queens against each other and then starts a bunch of chaos between the fandoms. And this is just so unneeded because they're both big fans of each other.
Yeah.
I need
But
Miley to collaborate with her.
I need her. I've been saying it. I've been saying it
You
for
have.
years, but I need it. You know what's interesting is that Miley and Lady Gaga seem to be pretty in sync on
know.
in their careers, right? They obviously are both doing an album this year. They're both got bleached eyebrows and their little micro bangs, and like their hairstyles lately have been kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I was looking at? When Lady Gaga released Art Pop in 2013, the same year Bangers was released.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Isn't that crazy? And they've
both very
been
like controversial albums of their...
Yes, exactly, at that time. But then also just like in their career with like the things that they wear to the red carpet, and people always have something to say about these two, and you'd think they would be friends because of all that.
Which they might be because, I mean, Miley and Beyonce ended up seemingly they're close, and we never knew that. They were at the Grammys last year. We didn't get one photo. Did they even look at each other? I don't know. And meanwhile, they were working on Two Most Wanted.
Meanwhile, they're like, nobody knows.
Yeah. So it's like, who really knows? I mean, Miley has, over the years, always like said she loves Lady Gaga since Hannah Montana days. She has talked about Lady Gaga.
And I want your revenge. You and me could have a bad romance. Whoa.
And then I think there's a clip somewhere of Lady Gaga like defending Miley.
I mean, I just think everybody needs to lighten up and leave her alone.
Right.
Because it's pop music. Everybody's entitled to their own artistic expression, and if you have a problem with it, just change the channel. If anything, I give her props for, you know, she's growing up in front of the entire world, and maybe she's not so happy with the things that she did, you know, in her career when she was younger, and she wants to be free, so let her do what she wants.
So there's a lot of mutual love, and I can't help but also think about the fact that Mayhem's vibe and aesthetic from the, you know, not really the music so much, but her like visual component of the album, her like album cover, kind of gives the same vibe as this Something Beautiful.
Yes, you are so right.
And I love it, but I don't. Because
No, I thought that too.
I don't want people saying Miley's copying Lady Gaga when it's, fans know that she has had this coming for a long time. And I'm
Right.
sure Lady Gaga has too.
Right.
But I just know the GP is going to like take it a different way because we are just now getting the like visual kind of component start of this album. And who knows? I mean, that's just from that first picture that just got posted today.
No, exactly. I mean, and like their red carpet looks have like I said, the style and the styling rather has been like kind of similar. I think that it could be a little bit comparable, but I don't think it's gonna be like similar, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think right now we're overanalyzing everything.
Yeah.
And it seems like it is, but I agree with you. I think it's going to be different. I think that Max Miranda is going to have a heavy hand in producing this.
Absolutely.
It's already giving, which she's kind of talked about it before, but I'm just looking at this promo picture that we have and I'm like, this is so Max Miranda.
I agree with that 100%. We're expecting something experimental. God only knows what that means at this point.
Yeah.
And people bring it back to Dead Pets because at the time that was an experimental thing too. And so I think people are going to expect something like that, but I don't think it's going to sound like Dead Pets at all.
I don't think so either. I think it's going to be dark pop. Yeah, I think it's going to give like dark pop mixed with subtle hints of like rock.
Yeah. I think that it's definitely going to be mixing like very different things like that. And
Me
that's
too.
kind of going to be like the experimental part of it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm getting the chills thinking about it. I have no clue what we're going to hear.
Yeah. And I think no one does. It is really fun just to like, think about what it is. I cannot stop thinking about Burning Sun, the leak.
Same.
Which we never talk about leaks. Don't, Miley, if you're listening to this, forgive us. We can't help it.
Please.
We were just on Twitter and it stumbled upon us.
Yeah, it
Golden
forces
Burning
itself
Sun,
upon me.
whatever the song is going to be called, if it even comes out, I go back to that leak a lot, that little like minute of it, because it's so good. And I'm envisioning she has this like dark album, right? This kind of like moody rock, crazy album. And then the last track is Golden Burning Sun. And it's like light. And it's like finding the light at the end of the tunnel.
I could see that.
Somebody also said, imagine it's a double album and one side is dark, one side is light, like sun. Could you imagine?
That's what she
die.
was saying that she did with Endless Summer Vacation, though, with the AM and PM side.
Yeah.
I can't see her doing something like that again.
Not to this extent. It wasn't like...
It's true. I still am
it's a reach.
Holding on to this rumor here that there's not going to be a lead single and we're just going to get the whole album dumped on us at once.
Yeah.
I
don't know if...
I can see that
like
with
that?
the way that this rollout seems to be going.
Well, because it's already mid-March.
Yeah.
Noah Cyrus is releasing a song this week.
In Q1. Someone
Q1.
promised it
Who
in
promised
Q1.
that, though?
I don't know.
A quote reliable insider on Twitter.
Yeah, but they said it for Harry and Miley, and we haven't heard a peep out of Harry. So actually, I take it back.
Harry Styles is running a marathon.
What?
In Q1. That's what he did. I literally saw a video of him running a marathon or a half marathon.
Okay, King.
I don't follow him super closely. I swear to God, somebody posted it. Or maybe it was a Harry lookalike. Do you follow Harry Styles content a lot?
No.
Okay, me either.
I don't even think I follow the man.
I don't think I did. I was never a huge directioner, as we've discussed.
I wasn't either.
Noah Cyrus is releasing a song this week.
Okay,
so by the time this comes out, it'll be out.
Let's talk about that. It was, I think, Friday. My sister texts me. I wake up to a text, and she says,
"Yeah, she was freaking.
Noah's releasing music. Get up."
Yeah, as she should. And did you get up?
I was up immediately, and I'm sat. I got up, but now I'm sat.
Yeah.
And I go immediately to her Instagram. Blank. Not a single post. Not a story.
She deleted everything.
And I'm like, what? And I did notice this a little bit ago. This wasn't the day that this happened. And so
Yeah.
I was like, she didn't post about it. And my sister goes, no, she didn't post it on Instagram for some reason, but there's a clip on Twitter right now that Noah posted. I'm like, that's weird. So she posted like just the name of it, I think, and like a very small
Yeah.
clip. Hours later, it did go live on Instagram. So I think that was weird.
Weird.
But
yeah.
she didn't say anything about a date or anything. And today, we're hearing Miley news, and suddenly Noah's releasing it on Wednesday.
I think she announced this yesterday, though.
Oh.
The date.
Are you sure?
Because I remember writing it into our show notes, like, prior to today.
Oh, okay, got it.
It might
I
have
just
been
think
yesterday.
it's interesting that she's releasing on a Wednesday, because who does that?
Yeah, that is kind of weird, I would say. I mean, I'm very sad for new Noah Cyrus music.
Yeah.
We both are. Like, we love her music. I am curious to see how her new album is, because from the looks of it, it looks like her promo is very much giving the same as her last album.
I agree.
Like, which is totally fine. Love it. I think because we're so, like, conditioned with Miley that every new era is something different, and bam. What's that Hannah Montana episode where she has, like, the famous pop star mentor who's like, you gotta change. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and
It's like the Madonna in the Hannah Montana like series,
Yeah.
and she's like, I need to find my next.
My next, right?
You want to know how I survived all these years? Change. Constant change. New looks, new sound. You already have your next? I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. In that case, it was a nice little career. Nothing to be ashamed of.
She kind of predicted herself with
No,
that.
literally, dude. Isn't that
Anyway,
crazy?
No, we need to do. We've talked about this. We need to do an episode when we're in like a slow season of the podcast. Maybe after this era or something. We need to do an episode where we talk about every single time Hannah Montana predicted real life.
Yes.
Because there's like a good handful of times.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy.
This is like a nature versus nurture talk.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. We need to talk about it. Like, I need to like gather all of my thoughts, because sometimes things happen in life and I'm like, wait a minute. There was a Hannah Montana episode about this.
Yes.
But anyway, I am excited for the new Noah Cyrus music, but it does
Me
seem
too.
like it's very much reheating the nachos of her old stuff.
Yeah, but like,
if it's not
does she
broke, don't
burn them a
fix
bit?
it.
It seems like it's like darker. This
Yeah, a little bit.
right? Or maybe
If
it's
that's
just
even
the one
possible.
song, but it kind of does sound a little bit darker. So we'll see.
Darker than burning LA down. Predicted the
Predicted.
wildfires.
Whoa.
It's not good. Yeah. So my initial thought when I was writing the show notes before we got this announcement from Miley today, because I was worried. I was scared. I was like, she scrapped the new era. My
I didn't
thoughts
give
were
up
like,
on it yet.
I kind of did for a minute, because I was like, okay, the new Mayhem Lady Gaga's out. This was how my mind works. What if she saw this album and she's like, this looks a little bit too much like what I'm about to do.
Oh no.
I'm scrapping this. Or what if she was like, Noah's about to release music. I'm pushing this out until summer.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see that.
Those
As
are
a
my
thing,
two
but-
worries.
Okay,
Which
but
could still happen. But
let's talk about this rollout though, and like compare it to what we got, because it seems
yes.
posters are like all of a sudden the way to do things.
She loves a good poster moment, and she has.
does, but like a lot of the pop people are
do.
doing it.
Columbia Records, I think, really. It's
Is that their thing?
a thing they always do. I feel like she's been doing it since she's been with Columbia for sure.
Yeah. So okay, but so we're wondering, is this going to be the album cover? I can't even remember what the flowers. I know the flowers promo like had some of the words on it. Did it have her hanging?
I swear it did.
I swear it did too.
I'm scared. Okay, but then I guess Used to Be Young is different because, you know, that was like just a song. It wasn't an album. So it's kind of hard to compare it to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the album cover.
It would almost
maybe-
be weird if it wasn't, actually, now that I'm pondering
Right?
longer.
It kind of would be. But I kind of don't want it to be. Is that bad? Maybe it'll grow on me.
Usually, she's a grower, right?
Yeah.
Most
if it's
of the
not
things
immediate.
that she does.
But think about how good Endless Summer Vacation's album cover is. Like, that's a very good album cover.
It is.
Endless Summer Vacation, that's like a classic. That is how you do an album cover to me.
It's true. I agree.
So it's going to be hard to beat that regardless. So I really shouldn't hate too much on what this is. But
If that's what the cover is, what the hell are these visuals that we're getting? What is this movie going to be about? Didn't we hear some more details about this? That it's gonna be like an act, there's gonna be like lines, and there's gonna be an actor cameo that's not Dolly Parton.
All of these reliable insider things just get so mixed up for me to where I'm like, I cannot believe anything because I will get bamboozled
know.
and let down. You know how I am.
I know. And that's, guys, like, honestly, like, we have to be careful with then picking them
I
up
don't
and
wanna
talking about them here because we don't want to do the same thing to you.
Yeah, I don't want to spread misinformation. Because when that first Something Beautiful poster thing came out, I totally thought that was so legit.
I know.
And I think I did share it.
You did,
and I was
yeah.
like, oh, delete
Yeah.
immediately. And because somebody sent it to me and they thought it was real too. Which
Right.
it looked like it could have been real.
I know. But to be honest, it wasn't that far off of what she just made her new cover photo. It's just a black screen with white Something Beautiful. It looked kind of similar to that.
But it was also in all caps.
Oh, I just cannot wait. I wonder when we're going to get a date. I wonder how long she's going to make us wait in agony. Honestly, I don't think she usually does it that long. Like, once the posters start going viral,
I
then
know.
you have to get the talk going and you have to do it pretty soon. Like, I would predict, you guys, that by the time this episode is out, like, I bet we have a date. I bet it comes out
Or
this
some
Wednesday.
kind of more information.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine if she surprise drop music the same day Noah does drops her music? That would be messy.
That would be messy.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Because, girl, do not be releasing on a Wednesday. If you're going to release on a Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when you're Miley Cyrus, you can, though.
You can do whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she literally just put Dead Pets on SoundCloud for free.
Right.
We did celebrate Endless Summer Vacation, 2 years of Endless Summer Vacation on March 10th recently, which I thought that was crazy to think about. Because I remember, like, us talking about Endless Summer Vacation, just like how we were talking about Something Beautiful.
Yes. No, agree.
So it's really cool.
I know. It's really fun, actually. Actually, guys, I forgot to tell you, this is something crazy that happened to me this weekend. So Friday night, we had, like, friends in town, so we were consuming lots of wine, of course. And we were talking about our record player and picking out things, and I'm like... And I was thinking about how it's the 2-year anniversary of Endless Summer Vacation. I had just been, like, listening to it for the last couple of days. And I'm like, you know what? It's actually messed up that I don't have that on vinyl. It's, first of all,
it is criminal.
It's not messed up that I don't have it on vinyl. I do not own a record player. It's my room.
Yeah, that's true.
I do use it a lot. I use her records. But, like, why would I be purchasing records when they're not mine? So I bought Bangers, and I'm going to gift it to her whenever. If there's ever a day we don't live together. I hope not.
That's crazy.
But anyway, we're sitting there.
I think you guys should just live together forever.
Forever. I can't imagine not, and, like, having to live with a boy one day instead of her. I can't even believe that.
I mean, yeah, it's not.
I know.
Yeah,
Molly's doing it right now. She left us.
I'm doing it right now in the name of love, but
I know. It's disgusting.
I do say a lot. Like, this weekend I was like, I miss my friends so much. Like, my boyfriend doesn't understand because, like, he's just not as social like me.
Yeah.
And I literally have, like, I just have a feeling of, like, I need to be with my friends. Like, I really value my friendships a lot to where I feel like other people don't. And that is something, like, I do miss the most when, like, living with girls or, like, with you and Rachel.
Yeah.
I've lived with other girls before too, but, like, having just, like, it's just a different vibe.
It is. It really is.
It's a different vibe.
So anyway, we're all
not
sitting...
better, just different.
Exactly. But I was like, I cannot believe I don't have this. And so this is when I went to MileyCyrus.com on Friday. And so this was, like, a refresher of what the website looked like, so that today when I went on there, I was like, what the hell? It looks the same. First of all, she doesn't even have her vinyls for sale on there. Just the CDs.
I know. What the fuck?
So then where do I go next? Amazon. I had to, okay? I ordered it. I didn't even realize what the shipping I got was. So flash forward to Saturday. This is right after I'm starting to feel better. I've got an Irish car bomb down. I've got a green beer in my hand. And I get a notification that there's a package on the front step. And I'm like, holy shit. Drunk Friday Becky gave the best present to Drunk Saturday Becky. And I was able to then unbox my brand new vinyl of Endless Summer Vacation. I haven't even spun it yet. It's kind of fun. Obviously you have it, right?
Yeah.
And it says AM and PM on it.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I feel like that is something that people don't really know unless
Yeah.
you're like a fan.
Yeah.
Like you just don't realize. Yeah, I did see that you sent me that Snapchat and I was like, oh, what a St. Patrick's Day gift to
It's
yourself.
true. It's true.
We have a lot of voicemails because I asked our audience, I said, what are your thoughts on this new announcement? The Something Beautiful quote, maybe album cover. Like I wanted to know people's opinions on it. So I thought we could listen to these
Great.
and see what people think.
Hey girls, it's me, Lorian. I hope you're doing fine, and I hope you are as excited as I am about these posters and this new Miley we're gonna meet.
Oh my god.
And I was like wondering, what are you guys really expecting about this album? What are your expectations? And how do you feel about it? Let me know. Love you.
I love
Oh my
you.
gosh, Lorian, we love you. That is at Out of Context Hannah Montana. Lorian, we had him on our podcast like end of last year, I think.
I think
And it
so.
was so much fun. We love and miss you. It was great to hear your voice again.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about this already, but I think overall, my expectations, predictions is that it is like going to be some kind of dark pop experimental influences of rock included. Obviously going to be produced by Max Miranda, so we're going to get like handstand vibes maybe. What about you, Becky?
Yeah, I agree. I think I mean, I am really holding on to like Handstand because that is where we got like the last Miley and Max collab, obviously. I think it's gonna be like kind of that and darker, but then it's also like trying to pull in Beautiful Sun, Golden Sun or whatever it is. Like, where does that fit into it?
If it
I
does,
think that it might give a little bit of like whiplash, but I think being that it's visual, that it probably will be a really, really nice progression, right?
I feel like it could be a cool closing track.
By the way, Lorian, I really want to have you back on to like really go over the visuals and the
Yes,
like
because you do a lot of film.
the film
things.
piece of it. Yeah, so we'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
Okay, next one.
Hey girls, can we talk about the cover for a second? I was not expecting something like that, to be honest, but I just read that she is wearing a theory muffler from 97. Mind you, that collection was inspired by insects and flies. Kind of gave gaga vibes to me somehow. And Miley said that she's going to be recreating The Wall, and so I've been trying to merge both vibes to kind of get a vision of what we're getting. It's going to be a bop. I cannot wait to hear the studio version of both The End of the World and Don't Let Me Down. Also, is Doctor officially the lead single? I'm not sure about that. I have no idea where I heard that from.
Definitely not.
It's definitely not.
Don't
Doctor.
scare me like that, girl.
Yeah, girl.
Don't scare me.
It is I didn't realize that that's what she's wearing, and that's like insects and stuff. Though.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that.
Once you see like how it looked on the runway, Becky, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Yeah.
And it's kind of like weird and it's like fashion but also eerie at the same time.
Yeah. At work today, I brought up, I was like, guys, we got a new Miley thing today because I am the correspondent,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And my boss looked it up and she goes, "Oh, Becky, I'm scared." Yeah, we are a little bit. Everyone should be scared. And then I was like, well, remember, it's like a visual thing and she's using influence from Pink Floyd's The Wall, so it's going to be something. And she's like,
it's going to be eerie.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. It's
Molly,
not going to
we
be
need
comfortable.
To watch that.
Maybe
we should like watch that on Patreon next time.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can figure something out.
We could definitely talk about it, but maybe we could watch the whole thing on Patreon. Anyway.
Next one.
So I have a question. Like, have you seen the whole like Miley Cyrus promoting her album thing? I'm so excited. Like, she's finally coming. I'm so ready. It's been so long. I've been listening to like Mayhem by Lady Gaga and like Charlie XCX and like some of the Endless Summer Vacation stuff and like the unreleased stuff and like let's not forget about like Doctor and like Psycho Killer cover and like
Psycho Killer.
all that kind of like sort of like good stuff. Like, I'm so excited. Like, finally we're gonna get something new. I just have two Miley vinyls like on my collection, but like if this album like it definitely comes out in vinyl, I definitely have to buy it no matter what. Like I'll sell my left kidney if I have to. Like
Period.
I
Not the
need
right one.
this. Like I'm so excited. You have no idea. Well, you have idea. You have an idea.
I do.
Like
We do.
you guys are smilers too, but like I'm so like excited.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally could not concentrate on work today because I was just
No.
like gagged. I didn't think about this. Psycho Killer to me could be something that like that vibe of what she did could be what we see on this album.
As soon as he said that, I was like, duh.
Duh. I see more of a Psycho Killer vibe than Doctor.
I do too.
Obviously.
I do too,
but,
for sure.
But yeah, Psycho Killer could definitely see influences what we saw with Psycho Killer be in this new album.
Yes. For
Thanks
sure.
for sending these, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Smilers. Hope you're doing fine. These are my predictions for Something Beautiful.
Let's go.
The album will be released before summer. This is the first prediction.
Okay.
Better be.
The second one, the title track will be the opening song.
Whoa.
I mean, the title track will open the album.
Oh,
Okay.
Something Beautiful.
The third one, the visuals won't be horror themed, as some forums or pages suggested.
Yeah.
The fourth one, the album will include 13 to 16 tracks.
Oh, love it.
And I guess the 12th one will be a hit, massive hit. And the last prediction, I'd love to hear some collaborations, but I think it will be the solo album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great day. And in the meantime, take care of yourself.
You
Thank
too.
you. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, no, I definitely, as much as I would love a Gaga collaboration, I think her true collaboration is going to come with Max Mirando helping
Yeah.
produce it and some of the other producers that she's worked with before. And I think it will be solo. I love that you're predicting 13 to 16 songs.
Yes.
Very specific, but that is what she does, is around there usually.
Yeah.
And the 12th one is going to be a massive hit. That's a strong statement.
That really is. Because usually I feel like the like big hits are usually like early
beginning.
on, right?
Yeah.
But could be with the progression of like, you know, the movie, if you will, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That would probably be like up towards like the really big climax or resolution, right?
No, it's very exciting. It's an exciting time.
Do you think that there's going to be a title track? Because I kind of don't.
I know. I didn't really consider that there would be, but I will say Something Beautiful sounds like a good title for a song.
It does.
So I could see that.
It does.
But like Endless Summer Vacation was not a title track. She Is Coming wasn't.
Plastic Hearts was. Bangers was.
Bangers was. Breakout was. Yeah, maybe. She's very like, I don't know, unpredictable, I guess, in that sense.
You're kidding.
Shocker. Okay, this is the last one we
Hi,
have about the
girls.
album.
How are you? Oh my god, I'm so happy about Miley Cyrus' new profile picture and that it's on New York walls. I guess is this? I don't know. Excuse my English because I'm French actually, so sometimes I have a little bit difficulties to speak English, you know. It's going to be so epic. I don't know what's your thoughts about it, but once I saw this picture, I was like, oh my god, it's going to be so glam. I see the thing like it's going to be glam rock and
Yeah.
a little bit of Lady Gaga's vibe.
Yeah.
Because I still have the theory that they will collab. I won't throw it out because I believe it so much.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's going to be so epic. I can't wait for the rest. Okay. And what are your thoughts about it? Goodbye, and I love you so much.
Oh my gosh.
We love
have a good day.
you.
Bye.
We love you too. Thanks for calling in with your thoughts. Yeah, there we go. Another person that thinks that they will collaborate. I'm so torn between the fact that they will collaborate and then the fact that it'll be a solo album, or if she'll do something separately with Gaga somewhere else. I don't know. I really do think they will at some point in their careers collaborate with each other.
I think so too at some point. I really don't know to expect if it's right now or not. And again, I don't want to get my hopes up. I really can see this being a solo album, but
Yeah.
oh wait, there was something he said that I wanted to. Oh, okay. Well, we were talking about how like that you were thinking like, oh, Lady Gaga released Mayhem and it was so similar to what
Yeah.
she's doing, so she scrapped it. Even though it's like she's doing something that's so experimental and never before done, like I do still think that there are trends in the way that music goes because like last year, look at all the country music we got out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for
So,
sure.
stuff like that. I could see it just like for whatever reason being a similar vibe to what Gaga's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, I completely, and I think that's okay also.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And it's not
It's really-
copying, it's not following.
Yeah, because if you want to get that political about it, you could say that Gaga's copying what Michael did or what Prince did or you know,
Right,
whatever.
right.
It's a lot of art is like taking what has been done before and making it your own.
Yeah,
kind
using
of.
inspiration for sure.
Yeah. So I lastly want to touch base on the fact that apparently Miley has reportedly been offered a role in the 9 to 5 remake. Did you see this?
Yes.
I was like, we have to talk about this because this was everywhere, right? Obviously, right before we got this big announcement about the new era. I am praying that she takes them up on this. It's going to be produced by Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
The writer of this also wrote Juno and Jennifer's Body, and the original movie starred Dolly Parton. So, like, girl,
She better, honestly.
you gotta. And Jane Fonda, which Miley has been Fonda of Jane Fonda. She has, you know, been outspoken about how she really appreciates Jane Fonda. So
Yeah.
I would live for this. I would love to see Miley back in her little acting bag. And, you know, with Ariana Grande doing acting and stuff, I'm like, girl, you could totally dip your toes back in there.
Totally.
So we have 2 additional voicemails that I do want to get to because they were submitted a while ago and we've just been busy. We haven't gotten to them. So
Busy.
2 last voicemails to finish up this episode, and then we'll move over to Patreon to talk about Miley Madness.
Hi, Molly and Becky. This is Tristan. First off, I just want to say that I love your podcast. I listen to it every single week when I'm at work.
my
And
God.
my job is office cleaning. So literally, I just sit and I clean and listen to your podcast. And it really does help make the time go by faster. So thank you for that. Really need it.
Aw.
I have 2 questions regarding the podcast. So the first is, would you guys ever do an episode dedicated entirely to analyzing the Miles to Go book that Miley released back in 2009? 'Cause I think
Absolutely.
that would be really interesting and fun. And second, what is y'all's favorite unreleased track? A few come to mind for me, but for me it would probably be either Mirror, Golden Burning Sun, or honestly, LA Money. LA
Ooh.
Money slaps. That song's so good. But I would love to know. Okay, bye. Love you guys.
I love you.
Okay.
You're so sweet.
You're so sweet. And we've DM'd before on our Instagram, but thank you so much for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Okay, so where should we start with first? What's your favorite unreleased, would you say, Becky?
Oh, you know that I don't like being part of the scandal. But
Yeah, it's true.
lately, the Burning Sun one is so good, but also fucked up forever.
Oh, criminal that we haven't got that. You know what I also think about, of course, Burning Sun, but Giving You Up from her like 2010 era.
Oh, wow.
Giving You Up will forever be like one of my favorite songs that we never got. I still think about it to this day.
Yes.
So yeah. Was
Are
there
we
one
going to
more?
analyze Miles to Go?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before. We talked about doing it chapter by chapter on our Patreon.
No, it'll kind of be like a book club.
Like a book club, yeah. So I think we'll eventually do that, especially as we go through like the year in reviews that we've been doing.
Yeah.
I think once we get to around like 2009, when she did release her autobiography at age 16, that we could dive into that.
Yeah.
Okay, last voicemail we have.
Hello, my name is Jake, and I just wanted to leave a voice message because I literally listen to this podcast every single episode.
Oh.
And I've been watching the evolution of Miley's recent fashions through your podcast, and honestly, I am so glad y'all are holding everyone to the fire and like sticking to your guns with the fact that it's honestly pushing everything forward. I mean, we've already seen people copying it. And especially like the micro bang and the bleached eyebrows. Whenever I saw that,
Yes.
I was like, oh my goodness. And I feel like people just don't understand, like, whenever someone pulls off an entire look, like, she is making a statement and she is
Yes.
always like perfectly shocking. So that's why I wish people would always hear her out, because it's like, we're all gonna eventually be wearing it anyway. She's one of the trendsetters in that way. Like, I feel like it's the same people who have the same mindset that whenever she shaved her head, they're like, "Oh my god, we missed the climb." It's like, girl, no, that's
Literally.
2025. That
Yes.
was 2013 from 2011. It's 2025 now. Like,
Yes.
I get it. Everyone loves the mullet. Everyone loves the brown hair, whatever. She gave y'all that. She gave y'all old the climb, Miley or whatever, and now we're back to something new, which I'm happy about. So I'm so glad y'all continue to praise that. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. But that's the end of my voice message. Oh my gosh.
Okay, first off, I'm fangirling hard because Jake does deep dive productions on YouTube. You've probably come across his videos if you are
Yes.
into like pop culture stuff. He's done multiple deep dives on Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, the Disney Machine. I've been like a huge fan of his YouTube videos for like years now. And when he commented on one of our podcast episodes like a month or so ago, it could have been longer, I'm not sure. I literally like, I think I sent Becky a screenshot and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gagged. Like, I
Yes,
like
she
literally
did.
love this channel so much. Like, how did he find us? This is crazy. Thank you so much for calling in. It's very
Yeah.
exciting because
That was
I like love all the videos that you do.
that was a wonderful message too. He said she is perfectly shocking. Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm going to use that all the time now. It's
She's
perfect.
perfectly shocking.
Perfectly
Because-
shocking.
And we've talked about it before, like, we go back to what she did with Bangers, and, like, maybe at the time, because, you know, we were, like, 17, 16 years old, we were, like, a little taken aback by it, but now we look back and we're like, that was a look. That was iconic.
Yes,
That
yes.
was, like, the vibe during that time. Very 2013. She was
Yes.
a staple.
Because you can look back at it. You can look back at it, Bangers era. You can look back at Dead Pets era. You can look back at what she just did at
Literally.
the Oscars. But, like, it was shocking, and you look back at it, and you're like, no, but that is so stylish. That
It
was
is.
so fashionable.
Because it's not like she's not just bleaching her eyebrows and calling it a day.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
all the
part
pieces
of
fit
the
together.
ensemble.
Yes, it's fashion. Okay. We're like very in sync with that. I've been saying that a lot lately, and I'm sure my boyfriend Colton, he's like, yeah, like he doesn't understand it, guys. Like I said, he's a straight man from the Midwest. And I told him that too. He actually heard me editing one of our like previous episodes where I said that about him. He overheard me talking shit about him. And he was like, and I was like, I mean,
Well?
is it wrong? Is it wrong? Okay, I also, guys, I forgot. I also asked you to write in some things about something beautiful, and so I'm going to kind of rapid fire go through them really quick because I
Great.
know we're cutting it close with the episode. Someone said the cover, I'm craving her voice, and I'm excited, especially if there are any music videos.
Craving her voice.
Because she made it seem like it's going to be a visual album.
Yeah.
And I hope she knows we think a visual album is something for every single song.
Yup.
That's what we're expecting. Someone said the new era is giving archival museum quality.
It's archival museum quality.
I'm glad I got that loaded in to our soundboard. Somebody said was not expecting the art of the cover. It looks stunning though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it kind of is shocking, right?
It's a gag for sure, right?
It's a gag. Someone said I'm dying to listen to the whole album on repeat.
Mhm.
True. Somebody said, has she ever noticed the podcast on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that? She is not.
Not
but
that we know
we
of.
should also preface that we started this podcast 2022, 2021.
I think it had to be 21.
Yeah, I think it was 21. And I think that was about the time she like started not being so much on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe in this new era, her team can be like, hey girl, you know there's a whole ass podcast that posts about you every week for the last 4 years. Dedicated
I don't know that,
to you.
I genuinely don't know if I want her to know about this. I want her to know that I exist, but I don't want her to ever listen to this. Please don't.
I mean, no, I don't think she would. You think she would listen to an episode?
No, she would not listen. I'm afraid, you know what I'm really afraid of? I'm afraid Tish would.
I'm not afraid
Tish
of
would
that.
have the time to do this.
I don't know about that. I mean, I know Brandy has liked our Instagram comments before.
True.
I'll like comment on her Instagram a lot and be like, girl, get it. And she'll like our comment. But I don't know if she notices like that we're like a podcast about Miley. I mean, she should, but it could just be a quick like.
She might have. Who knows?
She's the one that's online the most, I would say. Brandy.
Yeah.
And then lastly, someone said, I'm hoping this era is going to be like Can't Be Tamed, but mature. Ooh, I kind of can see that.
Wow. Okay.
I kind of can see
That's
that.
a wonderful take.
I could totally see it being Can't Be Tamed's older sister.
Yeah, that's a great
Kinda.
because she needs one.
She needs
Don't
one.
you think that Plastic Hearts is Can't Be Tame's older sister?
I don't. I guess this is a controversial take because I think people have said this before, but I think enough time has passed now that I feel like Plastic Hearts is very unique on its own.
You know what? We should do a whole episode on sister albums and sister songs.
should.
And I already
We
have a list
should.
going, by the way. So
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll need to do that. We'll need to do that at some point. We have so many ideas, guys. Whoever said that a Miley Cyrus podcast will run out of content ideas, it's not true.
yeah, you really don't understand the psychology.
How crazy people are. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks guys for calling in, leaving voicemail. You can, leave a voicemail whenever. Speakpipe.com/talkmileytome. It's also linked in the show notes. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see what we get in the next week because I'm sure we'll get something, right?
Has to be. Can't wait.
Has to be.
Thanks for
Okay.
listening.
Blew
And
out my
don't
face.
forget to vote on March Miley Madness.
Yes. Go to our Instagram right now. Follow us. Go to our stories. Vote for your favorite songs. And then if you're part of our Patreon, we're about to dive a little bit deeper into our brackets for this year's Miley Madness. Okay. Toodles.
Bye.
Love ya.
Love ya.
Bye.